Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a test in Blackboard by inputting the text yourself. So let's start out by going down to your control panel, expand your course tools, then click on Test, Surveys, and Pools. You can also create a test from within the content area. There's a link to let you do this, but I'm going to teach you this way. Go to Tests, then we're going to build a test. Let's call this Ancient Civilizations, and you would put in your description of your test in here, whatever you want to put in there, and then your instructions. So you may tell them to choose the best answer, or if it's time constraint, or any of that other information. Submit that, and that creates your test. Then it comes up into your test canvas, and I'm going to create a question. Now you can see Blackboard has a pretty extensive list of question types here. So I really recommend what most faculty use are multiple choice, true and false, essay, matching. Some use fill in the blank, however you need to be cautious there because whatever you type in is exactly what the computer counts. So if your students misspell something, it will count against them. So let's just start out with some simple stuff here, a multiple choice. I'm going to click on that, and it'll bring up the boxes so that I can put the question in. I don't usually put anything in the title, but I would put something in here. Now I've already copied and pasted this, but you would be typing yours in. If you do copy and paste, I would suggest that you do it from either use here the mashup that cleans out the Word, hidden code in Word, or use Notepad. Paste it into Notepad and then copy and paste it back into Blackboard to get rid of that hidden code that Word puts in there. So there's my stem of my question. You have all kinds of options. I'm just going to leave those here. And then you would start putting your answers in here. And for example, let me see here. Let's type this one in for you. And then next one. And there's 4. You can add more or less, whatever you want to do on this. And then you would pick the correct answer. So I'm going to click on this one. And if you wanted to change the number of answers, you would click on this and you could add more. If you wanted less than 4, then you would just go to the side and remove the last one. You can put feedback in and incorrect or correct responses. Some of them, if they use Test for Study Guide, will put in C page whatever in their textbook. I'm going to leave this blank. I'm going to leave all this extra stuff here, lots of extra bells and whistles. I'm going to submit it. And you can see I now have my first multiple choice question. If I want to add more, then I just go back up and I go ahead back down to multiple choice and add it. This time just let me add an essay question so you can see what it looks like. And in here I would type my question. You do not have to put in a number. It will number it for you. So I've asked that, and it will leave a space. Now I'm not going to put an answer for an essay question, but you could put in a rubric if you wanted to. Again, I'm going to leave the bells and whistles and just submit it so you can see it. And there I've created 2 questions. So you can create different types of questions. And that's how easy it is to input your different types of questions and create a test. In the next video, I will show you how to deploy that test.